cheeky ghost just subscribed for 5 months. Woohoo.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good, how the heck are you still awake? There we go. Go ahead, transition over. Hello, Pixel. Hello, Cheeky. Thank you, Cheeky, for passing the $5 back to me. Well, more like $3 after all the taxes and fees and stuff. It's so funny. Yes? Yeah? Happy birthday to the old man? That's right, it is Aiko's birthday today. Over in the corner. He turned 16 today. He is a old angry man right now. He's an angry old man right now. He just had second breakfast. I don't know what he's yelling about. Yeah, nah. Little man is my boy, who is not in my room behind me like he usually is. He is somewhere, but that is the gray one. He is little man. This one is Mr. But lately he's becoming more and more old man. But yeah, hello Maho, welcome in. The landscape people are back. And I was hoping that maybe it was going to start raining or something. But they are going to rev up anyway, I guess. He's a grump, but I love my baby boy. Yeah, I know. Oh! I'm like, what are you? the hot guy with a cigarette. For some reason, my eyes read that as a hot guy with hot chocolate or something. But now I understand. Yes, these are my references. Yep, there is some kind of landscape thing kicking up right outside my window right as I start streaming. Love it. So yes, I wanted to show off my references first because one of the characters is going to be a moose guy. And so hence the moose stuff, and his hoofs are going to be visible, so I was like, I need a picture of a moose hoof. And then this guy is going to be the other guy. I really just needed to look at an Italian looking guy with curly hair. So here these two are. So this stock image is brought to us by Adorka Stock, the legendary stock photo makers of the art world. But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's gonna help me quite a bit, I think. Okay, I need to OBS, I need to change. Okay. Game knows game. I see references. Yeah, no, references are very important. Think I can draw moose antlers from memory? Hell no. Okay. Let's see. I need to. Okay. Did I hide obsidian? I did. Good. Because I need to shrink obsidian so that I can still see chat. Playing shuffle with the windows here. Alright, so yes, I am going to be drawing characters for my Drakonym solo game. One of them is a moose guy. The other one is a half-elf, half-human guy. I haven't decided how far I will take the drawing. I guess I do need to see chat. I do like you guys. Also, if Cheeky goes to the bathroom and someone starts being funky, I could see, and then I could snipe them with the banhammer. But I'm just gonna kind of focus on their design at first, and then maybe I'll draw like actual artwork for an overlay. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I woke up, for anybody who doesn't know, I woke up from like a 10-hour deep sleep. I woke up at one point to use the bathroom, but like I went back to bed and then clocked right back out. It was kind of wild. Oops. Okay. Oop. Too many divisions. I'm gonna throw in a handy dandy symmetrical ruler because this is just for designing. No! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no, I hit a delete button. Oh no! Oh no! I just deleted one of my brushes! Shit. Shoot, I made that one so long ago, I don't know how to... Oh no. I mean, I was starting to kind of lean away off of this brush anyway, but... No, oh, that is so not right. Let's see, can I... Hold on, I'm looking. Okay. Alright, so supposedly, if I end task, this might work. That was a brush I used a lot for coloring. It's not there. Shoot. It was based off of this brush, but I had made changes to it. Shoot. Welp. I guess this will just force me to finally start making, stop leading on old stuff. Although, it does kind of suck because I do have a commission to work on after the stream. And I am on the coloring stage. I've got the flat colors in, and now I need to add the shading. Oh. It's Cheeky in the background. Talking to talking to Aiko. It's alright. I was starting to shift away that I wanted to do coloring because I've been wanting to shift back to kind of a more anime style rather than a purely painterly style. Not so much that I wanted to go to hard cell shading with hard lines, hard crisp lines or anything. But I do want to get back to the anime roots. It's been a while since I did the anime style test. I might have to do some more because I feel like I might have forgotten some of the things that I learned during those. But yeah, the artwork on my VGen looks a certain way, and so the current commission is probably based off of what they see there. And I don't really have anything too particularly like more anime-y on my VGen, so it's likely that they're paying for the somewhat more painterly style, so that's what I'm going to provide in this commission. Yeah, sucks when that happens. I have a guy I've been watching to just kind of up my game, and because I stopped doing it daily, I have to relearn. Yeah, that's because people think that art is like riding a bike that you're not gonna forget, and that is wrong. That's very wrong. I mean, like, yeah, because I haven't ridden a bike in a few years because I don't have one. I've wanted one for a long time now, but COVID hit and really jacked up the prices of bikes, and I've never been able to get one since. But yeah, I could hop on a bike and I'll be just fine. But like riding a bike is so much more simple compared to drawing. Drawing is also heavily based on muscle memory, but there is like so many more complicated things you're doing with your muscle memory. You don't need to project from your mind how to turn the pedal with your feet when you get on a bike. I mean, like, you could, but that's like the only thing you have to do. When you're drawing, you have to think of what a hand looks like, but the hand is just a part of the entire body. What about the nose? What about the head? What about the head in a 3/4 angle and stuff like that? So it's like, nah. A sketching circle, yes. How to make scrunch face, my muscle, no remember. Yeah. Yeah, so like, yeah, I did those style studies and I did a couple that I really liked. Let's see. Let me pull those up somewhere. But the memory of how I accomplished those has been slipping. I think it's been like nearly a month since I did them too. Where'd I? Oh, wait. Okay. I was expecting it to look different in the thumbnail, that's why. Okay, heave ho. Alright, that's not. There we go. Yeah, so like I did all these. And like my favorites are these two. This one, never again. Definitely did not like doing the hair. It took me forever. It took me an eternity. This one, I'm not that happy with. Something went wrong. It's okay. This one was interesting. I still can't believe that the little nose mark goes up that high in that style, but yeah. I think there is a way if you had them as files or something. I'll have to investigate it a little bit more because yeah, if I was to make that mistake again, or like if it was that easy for me to make that misclick, I wouldn't want that to happen again. So I would need to see if there's a way of preventing such an issue. But I can do that later off stream. But yeah, the Yellow Star one I actually like really liked. It like I wasn't sure at first because it was the first one I did and I was like, wow, these eyes feel really huge. Although really, they're not as big or not that much bigger compared to the original. And I felt like the hair kind of really worked out. It was pretty easy to understand the style. This one was harder to learn, but when I did it, I started getting really into the coloring and I really liked it. I was just like, wow, this is actually looking pretty good. And I did something different with the line art to make it kind of have that bleed through colored look. But man, I could not tell you how I did that. I think I was using a different brush. I've been kind of experimenting with inking, doing the line art with a brush I'd normally use for painting, not inking. Because I'm very used to using solid black lines. And these were not solid black. You can see that they are there's little gaps that are picking up the color underneath the layers. So okay, let's get back to the original objective. And drink some coffee. Thanks. Yeah, I've been watching anime a lot too recently. And because I was watching more anime and trying to get back to my roots, but I haven't been paying too much attention to like the actual art in the anime as much because I've been cross-stitching while watching. Also too, I was kind of stuck in a in a loop. I was having a hard time picking something to actually watch to completion. I would watch a couple of episodes and just be like, this isn't really what I'm feeling. You know, I'll have to go start another one. Watch like a couple of episodes and be like, this isn't it either. Right now I'm watching one that Kai... I don't know if they really recommended it or just simply mentioned. But I'm watching that one right now. Oh, I forgot to put Discord on Do Not Disturb. Okay, distracted. Alright, so this character is a moose. A literal moose. I am a moose, but this person is a literal moose. Let me write their name somewhere. What kind of arbor were they again? I didn't write it down. Good job, me. Where's it under perks? Nope, I didn't write it down. I forget what type of arbor they are, but they are an arbor. They go by they, them pronoun. They, him pronouns. Alright. So yeah, I wanted... Oh, oops. I was mirroring it over here. So I wanted this person to be beefy. They are going to be my martial focused character, my tank in a way. They take the hits. And that's why I picked moose. Because I was like, I don't want a dainty little deer. No, I want the big, scary creature of old that's like a story high, walking down the street in the fog. That's terrifying. Yeah. Might be drawing this a little too small. There we go, brushed up looks less grainy. It's where I would need that reference. Which might look a little funny because it's head on. That's alright, this is just character design anyway. They're too big. That's oh, I was like, whoa, what's that part of the song? That's kind of a weird drone. No, it's the monthly tornado alarm test. Or at least I hope it's the test. Where'd my phone go? Because we were supposed to get storms today. Nope, nope, it's the test. Okay. I was looking at all the other junk emails. Alright, so yeah. This person is beefy. That's a pretty masculine body. They were male at birth. I didn't turn the ruler back on. Oh, let's see. They do currently work for a small, I'm thinking like a small, like detective agency. And I'm thinking that perhaps the detective agency doesn't normally handle a lot of like monster or beast related stuff, but since Rowan was hired there, they've started taking more of those jobs on because now they can just throw Rowan at them. But because it's a smaller agency, I don't think that they have too much in the way of like a uniform or anything. Oh, I was actually thinking about changing their weapon. Right now I've got them with a long sword, but I was actually thinking that maybe a short sword would be better. But I think that might be considered a light weapon. And I didn't really want a light weapon. Let's see, where's the rule book? Because I was thinking a long sword might not work that well if you're using it in alleyways. trying to kill some creature. A short sword would be better. Like a shorter sword. But yeah, short sword is a light weapon. Oh, hold up. Well, they do the... Oh, I see, I see. They do the same amount of damage for the tiers, but you get an extra d6 on the weapon bonus. And then the difference too is that longsword has the perk of versatile, so that you when you use it two-hand, you can escalate damage by one tier. Now, I don't want to do a club. A club is also a light weapon, and I just don't. I think a blade would work better against like beastie stuff. I don't know. Club. It wouldn't be a club. I would have to turn it into like a mace. Oh wait, a mace is a medium weapon already. Never mind. And let's see, what was I? Oh, but short sword, the perk is swift. Once per round after hitting, move one square for free. So I mean, there's that. A war axe. Yeah, they have hand axe as a light weapon. Mm. I think short sword actually might work out because it would be it would work well in terms of placing, because he's going to be shielding the other guy a lot, I think. So it would be good if he's able to move one square for free, because then that might help him get in between danger and the other guy. So yeah, I'll have to, let's see, let's change his character sheet so I don't forget. Short sword. Change that to swift. And then I just have to change his weapon bonus to 1. Okay. And then maybe in the future they'll get either a cooler short sword that does more things, or maybe upgrades to a long sword. Okay, back to my references. They might be wearing pants, so maybe I'll just kind of over this top part. I had a really... Oh. Oh, someone. So I had a really funny thought this morning. So, in the Journey demo, I said that they're currently on a case, a missing persons case, but the missing person happens to be someone close to them. And I was thinking, what if it's their little sister? But when if they find the little sister, what if the little sister is actually like bigger and beefier than Rowan? And then Sylvis is just like, I thought you said this was your little sister. It's just like, yeah, it's my younger sister. She's just like taller and beefier. Alright, I think I need to move this over, because now I got to do the antlers. It's not much of a moose without or an arbor without the antlers, because the arbor doesn't really matter whether it's female or not, they just have antlers. Anyway. Yeah, and I was thinking, I was like, that would be good though, because if their sister was, like that, then it was no wonder that it was pretty noteworthy when they went missing, or when she went missing. Because if she looked like that, like if she's that built and stuff, what happened? Who was able to do whatever? Which I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she was kidnapped. These are not large enough. These need to be impressive. This looks very distorted right now, but I'm gonna fix that. So this does make me think I am going to have to figure out how this guy sleeps. It is going to make doorways and tight spaces something to consider. Because I would imagine that even for an arbor, I'm thinking that Rowan is still pretty unusual. Not a very common sight. Okay. Got my beefy moose fella. Now to put some clothes on him. So something kind of more on the simple side, not really a uniform. Ease of use, like freedom of movement. Oh, but I also picked medium armor. Shoot. For armor. Oh, I forgot about armor. I don't feel like drawing armor. Alright, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to run to the bathroom and get my second cup of coffee. I shall return. Whew, alright, hello, I am back, thank you for waiting. I've decided not to draw this guy in armor. I will save that for another time. I am thinking too that rather instead of doing full character art for the stream overlay, thanks Pixel, like I did with the Aloha one. Here, I can show that real quick. There ain't nothing here because I don't have the full game overview. But originally I was thinking about doing a similar setup with this, where you would have either character on, like a character on each side, but I think I might not do that this time, just to save on time, because I have a lot of things that I am working on right now. So I may just do portraits and call it a day. I thought about doing like little chibi versions of them too, but nah, doing the portrait might be good, because then I could potentially add them to my VGen as an option, as like character tokens. Which, by the way, I only need one more follower on my VGen. So, you know, if anybody listening hasn't followed me there yet, consider giving me a follow, because one more follow gets me verified. And being verified puts me, gets me more oomph in the discovery algorithm, if I remember correctly. And having the verified checkmark also just really boosts the amount of trust that people can put in me. I promise I'm very trustworthy. I've been doing commissions for quite a while. It's just I'm new to VGen for the most part. Usually I'd use an invoicing service, but changed usernames, and I don't want to cross wires there. Okay, let's put clothes on the moose. I think too I may need to... Oop, that's not what I wanted. Wish I could move these independently. Just went for bean water and come back to fleshed out moose man. Yeah! Yes, time for clothing. Let's see. So probably if they like, I'm thinking that they are not wearing their armor at this moment. And it's medium armor, it's not like it's full plate armor. Oh, this, you know what? They also need hair. There's bald moose. Let's see. Hair. The other guy I have hair in mind already, but this one I was sort of like, what? Whoa! A London raid? Already? Wow. Welcome in, Raiders. I am Zachary, your friendly waypoint in the Vale. I stream solo TTRPGs and art sometimes, like now. Got me in the middle of art. Welcome in. What a surprise! A lovely surprise because it's in London. And London is always welcome. Alright, the coffee is still hot. Ouch. Yeah, so right now I'm working on character design sketches for the 2 characters I'm going to be playing in my solo Drakonym game. That's right, 2 characters, because I'm going to be dual-wielding 2 full-fledged PCs. Because I have no chill. I mean, oh, you were a good girl. Yeah? Very good girl? Or a good girl? You too can be a good girl by playing Have You Been a Good Girl? A 2-player RPG. Oh, let's see. What do I want? Do I want long hair? Do I want short hair? The other guy is gonna have short-ish hair. Although, I don't know. The other guy, now I'm not too sure on. Because long hair, long curly hair would be appealing. Oh, also, by the way, the cat in the corner is because it is Aiko's 16th birthday. He turned 16 today. And if you feel like it, you don't have to. But if you'd like to buy our old man a birthday present, I did throw on a couple of cat-related things on the throne. Yeah, Aiko, it's his birthday. He started it by yelling at me in the hallway. Probably because I'm streaming. I saw Cheeky sitting at her computer too, so she took another of his sleeping spots. He's quiet now though. He probably went to go take a little snooze on her bed. I'm assuming. Anyway. Oh yeah, Z passed out on her bed. Yeah, and then he'll wake up and be like, okay, it's lunchtime. I demand food. So yeah. Sketching out characters for my Drakonym game. Oh, that means lunchtime. Oh yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Holy cow, I am so thrown off today. I had to wake up early to go to the company headquarters yesterday for a quarterly meeting event. And I work remote. And it's not like I don't like people or anything, but the stuff that I do for work is pretty brain heavy. And so it is definitely hard to do that at the office. Because for half of the day we have to actually like work. And then the meeting stuff takes place in the afternoon and whatnot. So yeah. But I guess it was more tiring than I thought because I clocked out at about like 9:30, I think. 9:30-ish. And I woke up once to use the bathroom and went back to bed and fell asleep again. So like I was out for about 10 hours. What is time? I have no idea. I mean, the upside is that the headache that I woke up with is gone. So, oh, 10 stream streak. Awesome. But I mean, look at that though. You've been to 47 different worlds. So you are well traveled. Alright, the other guy is gonna have short hair. So maybe this one will have long hair. Plus, there is some appeal to hair getting messed up and tousled across antlers and horns and the like. It's very sexy. Yeah, and then I just had an image of like, what if you went swimming and then they came up from the water and there's just like hair. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty hot. Okay, so long hair, settled on that. But they do normally tie it back. Maybe in a braid. And then I was thinking of a widow's peak here. Oh, I have no idea how to draw this in this view. Something like that, probably. I really wonder how this person is gonna sleep. I suppose not laying down. Maybe more sitting up. Or just on their stomach, I guess. Face down and pillow, yeah. Yeah, because, like, normally for, like, side horns that, go back, like in Final Fantasy XIV. I always just kind of imagined there being, like, a neck pillow. But, that's not gonna be enough here, I think. Because they go too far back. I do think maybe they should go forward some more. I don't know. I might make a 3D model just to help me draw them. Special bed like old Japanese pillow that was a wooden block. Yeah. This being so good. I just got it. No, I must be good on stream. I must be good on stream. Do not ask me about what kind of thoughts I've already had about these two characters. I must be good on stream. TOS, yep. You say you do. Okay, I need to put some, I'm already being bad at stream. Okay, clothing. Okay, so this is gonna be stuff that would be underneath their armor that I'm not gonna draw today. And probably just a kind of a tunic style top. Maybe a wide belt. Oh, maybe two instead of a buckle. What? What happened? What happened? What's going on? What are you not mad at? What? What is going on in the neighbor's apartment? There. What? Why? Why am I so good? I keep telling y'all. It's because I've spent 20 so years hyperfixated on drawing blorbos and favorite characters from series and drawing my silly little fan arts and making them kiss and drawing it poorly because drawing kissing is actually like really hard. And then eventually I got to draw them doing more than kissing. It's sort of like I want to draw this thing. How do I draw this thing? Well, you go to the internet and then you find pictures of the thing, and then you try to draw those pictures over and over until you can, or until you at least get okay enough to feel like, all right, cool, I'm gonna move on. Or you get bored and then you move on. There's also YouTube, you know, like there's a whole, like compared to when I first started out where all I really had were the how to draw manga books and the Chris Hart books, like, like we've come a long way. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet now. I mean, there was stuff in the library too. I also checked out some books. In fact, there is a book I want to get on hatching that I saw another artist get and like start learning from, and their hatching is really good, that artist. And I was like, man, I really want to get that book because I do want to get back into doing some ink drawings. I would need to get a different camera set up because the current camera we've got is not good enough. Guess what? I haven't spent 20 years doing anything cool and I have nothing to show for it. Yes, you do. It's just that the things you did were still cool, but just simply not art related. Or at least like not drawing fictional characters doing various things, you know? Like you still did cool things, it's just that that cool thing is not the same as this cool thing. But they're still cool, you know? And look at what you're doing now. And it is never too late to start drawing and learning to draw and stuff. It has nothing, like learning how to draw has nothing to do with your age. You can start whenever. It's cool. It's great. And it's very low cost. All you need is a pencil or even just a ballpoint pen and some printer paper. That's all you need to get started. You don't even need printer paper. I just said printer paper because I was thinking of cheap loose leaf paper. But like you could just go to Walmart and get some cheap ass sketchbook, you know? It doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, eventually you're going to learn that the paper is terrible, but that just means you're improving and you're learning. Yeah, good job, Pixel. Yeah, I drew some spaceships in January. How come you didn't show us? Although that was when we were first starting to meet, wasn't it? Gosh. We were all talking about how it feels like we've already known each other for a long time. Keep forgetting. Stop watching CCTV. London, we all know that I wouldn't be watching you anyway. I would be watching the chickens. Yeah, see? No, I don't think so. I know that you drew your logo, but I don't think I've seen the spaceships. I mean, drawing spaceships are hard. I can't really draw spaceships that well. So. Oh, if this person wears a sleeveless tunic. I mean, that wouldn't really work with armor, but maybe they put on, oh, I guess maybe they could wear some kind of long coat, and that's got, like, the armor pieces on top of it. That would probably... And because, you know, like, detectives in noir films and stuff or whatever, they got those, like, those trench coats, you know, those long coats. So... that would kind of tie in with the whole investigator theme I've got going. But then maybe underneath they wear a sleeveless tunic so we could see their big arms. It would be very hunky. They would almost be a himbo thembo. But they are actually pretty smart. They're just kind of smart in only a few ways. Kind of like me. Protag from Blade Runner 2049's trench coat was nice. I'd had to... I don't remember what his coat looked like. I just remember his sad face. Well, let me go pull him up. Yes. Hologram girl doing the finger point thing. Well, I know, we all love that image. But what does his coat look like? Okay, that's a picture of him during the orange scene where everything was orange. Okay, there's his coat. Okay, it's got a little bit of the furry texture on the what are those called? The folds in the front. I like this movie, by the way. It left a mark on my brain. Lapel. Yeah, okay. Lapel. Okay, there we go. His coat. It's actually kind of a normal looking coat, to be honest. Let me paste it in. There we go. Coat. It's kind of funny. It does kind of just look like normal coat. This looks like a normal t-shirt. Normal pants. That's a dude. That's probably a movie dude. Actually, I don't know. He might not be dressed up, but that's the coat. He's dressed up for the movie, but it just looks like a normal coat with furry lining. Kai's doing Blade Runner in Discord chat on Sunday. Oh, the movie. That's fun. I don't know what all I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Blade Runner was alright, I just never really figured out why the blades were right. Yeah. Yeah, I liked the first movie, but the second movie did a thing, and it had a great impact on me, but it's really tied to the ending, so I cannot say much about it. If you've watched it, then you'd probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, I'll just leave it be. Alright, and then the pants. They're gonna be wearing pants. I'm thinking that they probably lived in society for like quite a long time. Like at least a decade or so. Because like the Arbor are supposed to be sort of like kind of like the druids or whatever. They're like the hippies. Not really the hippies, but let's see. Do I still have the book open? Oh, I do. Let me go. They are pretty into tending to like the world tree. Yeah, so they represent the peaceful and ancient kin of the world tree, Heimster, and all things related to its natural balance. Their deer-like form and branch-like antlers represent the harmony of the world and life, and their culture is directly tied to their responsibility for the Heimster, and their lives are focused on maintaining the flow of life through the branches of the world tree. That is not going to be this person. This guy is going to have been... I'm thinking that him and his sister have probably lived with, like, humans and other not ancient kin for a long time, if not most of their lives. So even though they stand out because they look like this, even for an arbor they stand out, their clothing and stuff are going to be pretty like human-ish. I'll have to watch it again. I only watched it when it came out. Ah. Yeah, no, Cheeky sat me down for both the movies, what, last year? I think? It might have been last year. Cheeky's been educating me in culture. Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking this person is probably wearing some pants. They're a little on the high-waisted side. Maybe dual layer pockets. And there's like a cuff down here. And then of course the hooves are just out there. Yep, the hooves are out for free. Yeah, I think I kind of drew those arms wrong. I'm kind of out of... I'm pretty out of practice with my anatomy. I need to do some refreshers, especially on arms. And then maybe they have a scar from an early job. Like a claw marks from something. Something kind of nasty. By the way, another thing that I did a lot when I was like, you know, I mean, I still kind of do it to this day, but like when learning how to draw and stuff, like it's okay to learn from other artists. Like, say you're a fan of Loish. I'm personally like in the beginnings I was like pretty cool or like pretty appreciative of their artwork. But nowadays not so much. But like it's one of the few artists that I could think off the top of my head by name. Let me grab an example. A good example of their art. We'll just use this. So let's say you're a fan of Loish. I don't actually know. Alright. So let's say you're a fan of this artist. Like, it's cool too to kind of look at parts that you like and try to mimic. Like, just in learning and stuff, I'm not saying that you need to, like, one-on-one copy or anything. Like, everybody's afraid of, like, copying an artist, but if you're doing it for practice and, like, teaching yourself, like, that's fine. Especially if you're providing source of credit. Be like, hey, I was doing a practice and stuff. What's not alright is copying it and trying to pass it off as your own. Like, if you were to do, like, a one-to-one copy of this and be like, hey, look at what I did. Obviously, that is not good. That is not, like, proper or morally correct or whatever. That would be considered stealing. But if you're doing it as a study, they're like, hey, I did a study of Loish's style. Like, that's different. Like, what if you wanted to learn how they do the noses or something? Like, you can sit there and look and see, like, okay, there's like this white highlight here. You could color pick and be like, okay, so they do kind of like this shape with the little shading. Kind of a shadow here for the nostril. There's a little bit of a highlight here. And then blend it all together or something. But you know, like, trying to recreate it to learn how they did, like how they got here, you know, or like how they accomplished this effect. It's like I did a lot of that when learning. This does not really look like a nose to me. I mean, now it kind of does. Oh, wait, hold on. I see a nose forming. Yeah, see now if I was like to put a smile here or something. Yeah. See, I feel like I actually learned something just now doing this. It kind of looked like a nose. London, I'm only fast because I was sitting there color picking. And I was doing like a one-to-one thing. And it's very small. So like, you know, you've got this shape here. Let me pick a different color. You have this shape of this highlight, and then the nose itself is this shape, and then the nostril shadow is this other pointy shape. What the fuck? I hope you're having a good day. Oops, I smacked the microphone. I just want to let you know that yeah, I've reached a point that I can say that yeah, I'm pretty good at art. But I just wanted you to know that it's not like I just, you know, decided to be a good artist and just farted the art out onto a canvas. Like, I did work to get this way. It really is. If I could paint a nose like this, I would just... I don't even, like, if you were to ask me to do that type of nose on, like, this character, I would not be able to tell you how. Well, it's like, okay, like, I legit just picked a picture from image search from Loish and was just copied it. Like, and I'm telling you, like, if you wanted to learn how to do that kind of thing, you can do that yourself. You could take a piece of art that you like really like, if you want to be, you know, quote unquote that good. Streamer. I mean, I would rather. I mean, I would like to be inspiring. Let me think of like a different artwork. Who's another? Bayron. Bayron is an artist that I like. I have Saren Stone. There we go. Oh no. That was not. I think it's Saren Stone. There we go. Okay. I have to find their. Okay. Okay, these are all robot people. Oh my god, I forgot how freaking hot their Mikote character is. My god. They are so hot. Okay. Okay, so I can't take a picture. But like, okay, actually, you know what? This is probably not a good picture. Alright, here, hot cat person. This is if I remember right, they're non-binary, so they're not the cat lad. Where's I'll do better with the people. Okay. So say like you wanted to draw this. This might actually be harder. Loish has a very distinct style. I mean, Saren kind of does too, but you are correct because otherwise I am Zach fatal level of what the fuck is on this canvas. I have no idea what you mean. It's good, it's good. Let's take it from the top, and this time let's imagine your character wants to say thank you for your compliments. But like, if you say you like the, I don't know, say you like the hair or something. This might be harder because there's a lot going on here. But like, you can see that they draw the hair in like great detail. They got kind of strands that kind of bleed into each other. They do a lot of the angular stuff too. They have, like, these are rounded, yeah, but even here, you can, let's see, I need to change. You can see that there is a little bit of a point here. So even in the rounded shapes, there are still some angles. But like, this is angular. These shapes here are angular. Even here, there's like a little bit of a pointy. This cat ear is pretty pointy. Yeah, no, this character is very hot. I mean, that's what this artist is good at drawing. Like, I didn't even show you this other one. Hold on. This is also in their portfolio. Like, look at this. Oh! That is how you draw a fully clothed character, but still make them just as hot as if they were naked. This one's also a favorite, but that's Final Fantasy XIV related. Cake. Oh yeah, and then they also did this really cool one of Cheeky's husbands. Oh, they also do the robot monster fucker stuff. They get it. They know how to do it. Like that one. I forget this guy's name. The bastard. I love him, but don't tell him that. Yeah, because he's super insufferable. Okay, let's see. What was I doing? Oh, right, I was dressing my moose person. My moose fella. Let's see. I think I want the ever fan favorite of racers. Oh no. I'll have to see how that one goes later. Oh, let me look up some pictures of some bracers real quick. Ren Fair stuff is really good for helping with this kind of thing. Oh, that looks decent enough. Oh. Alright, so I'm thinking this here is sleeves. so that the leather doesn't chafe. And then here's the actual bracer. Do you see your desktop? Like computer desktop or your physical table type desktop? Physical? Congrats! Okay, Rowan has clothing. Hurrah. There would probably also be a holster, a belt of bags, or something. Hmm. Maybe two. Just to kind of match with the bracers. There we go. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay, now I can draw Sylvis. Did I give Sylvis a surname? Yes, Sylvis Coldbrook. Okay, so Rowan is massive. They are going to be like, let's see, something like 7 feet tall for sure. Very tall, very, very tall. The maybe like 6.5-ish, but the horns bring them up to like 7 feet or something. And then Sylvis, I think, his human heritage is probably going to come through and make him a little on the shorter side. Thinking like that. Oh, I should save this file. Oh, hello, Eclipse.
Little_Eclipse just raided with 5 viewers.
Welcome in. Just 1 second, I'm saving this file real quick. Hello, welcome in. Here, let me zoom out. Hi, I'm Zachary, your friendly waypoint in the Vale. I am... I usually stream TTRPGs of the solo variety. Sometimes there's other players, and sometimes it's just me. And then I also do some world building stuff and art. Today is one of those art times. Yeah, what were you playing? Gecko Gods? I've never heard of that. Also, it is our old man cat's birthday today, which is why he's sitting over there in the corner. He turned 16 today. So we're also celebrating our old man's birthday. Cozy puzzle game. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say what I was doing. Right now I am drawing my 2 characters for an upcoming solo campaign for Drakonym. So I have a moose character off to the side there, and now I'm working on my other character. Another way this guy's elf, human heritage is going to show through is that his ears are pointed, but they're not as pointy as an elf's ears. Also did remember, I finally like looked back, or at least looked back in the rulebook, and I did remember what this guy's career was. He is a charlatan. So scamming people is his job. And I did figure out too what is up, because his job class is an acolyte. Let's see, let me draw human ears first. 'Cause I don't, there we go. I wanted them to be a little bit more subtly pointy. And so like he goes around and travels a lot, and his way of making money is to give sermons and preaching and asking for tithes and offerings and stuff like that. But the thing is that everywhere he goes, he gives sermons for a different god, whichever one would benefit him the most. But none of those gods are the ones that he is actually pledged to or like worshiping. Oh, the music might have gotten too soft. Let me bump that up. Some of the music gets a little loud, and so like I'll turn it down, and then some of the music will get a little soft, and then I won't notice. Because I usually turn my headset volume down, because if the volume is too loud in my headset, I can't hear myself think while I'm talking, and then like my brain cells get the wires crossed. Yeah, have a good sleep, have a good lurk, get some rest. Yeah, so the guy with the... Let me pull that back up. Or not. There it is. Don't mind Obsidian being pretty small right there. But this guy with the curly hair and stuff, this is where this guy is going to come in for the references. I thought it would be kind of fun if I had a character who is someone that you would normally see as a rogue type character. But in this case, he is actually going to be a magic caster. I'm saying. He's also gonna look like vaguely Italian. For no real reason. Just happened to be similar to what my mental image was. I like the other giveaway to his heritage is that he has facial hair and body hair elsewhere. Mm. He might shave sometimes. Might also help him with his charades. How clean shaving he looks changes based on like who he's posing to be a priest of. Okay. He is just a cis guy. He's not particularly built though. Just a guy. Yeah, he is just a guy. You know, he goes around preaching the good word of whatever deity it is this week. And all he asks for is a few Draviks in return, so that he can eat and sleep on a normal bed that night. You know, just a guy. And then, like our moose fella over there, he also has someone of importance to him. But we don't know who that is yet. I was thinking for that one I may let cards or oracle rolls decide. Just a guy. This pose does not tell us anything about his personality, but that's okay. Because this is just a design sketch. He is not that much of a noodle. Let's give him some arm definition. Give him some hair real quick. So as you all saw already, I kind of already had a hairstyle in mind for this guy. I had a particular look. And again, he probably also utilizes his hair for his different, I don't know, preaching, I guess. How disheveled he looks, how tousled his hair is, also probably depends on where he is and what he's doing. Sometimes he might come across as a poor, like a poor pilgrim seeking alms in exchange for blessings and prayers. When in reality, he is pledged, or like he is a worshipper of Eos, Eos, who is the god of the moon and of lies and trickery. So of course, naturally, that's going to be the god of choice for many thieves. But he's no thief. He earns his money by, you know, offering prayer and succor, you know, healing. I think he's gonna have some kind of healing magic. His magic is going to be God's based. So yeah, you know, it's just that he'll just say that he's doing this under the name of C4 and not Ias. Ias. I don't know how you say it. Alright, there we go. He has hair. Woohoo! Alright, before I get to his clothing, I need to make a quick bathroom break. So. Pardon me. Okay, I've returned. Okay. Let's see. Lotion on. So I drew this guy's hair, so now I'll give him an outfit. And that will probably be the extent of what I will do on stream today. No, it's not full-blown, fully finished character art, but I think that, yeah, I think I'll do kind of like portraits. And then I can, I'll do those later. Maybe tomorrow if I have time. But I have a commission for someone that I need to get finished today. And I needed to get some VODs up on YouTube. And I will admit cross-stitching is calling to me, but if I want to cross-stitch later this evening, I need to get some work done. But let's put some clothes on this guy. Alright, so this guy, I didn't get to his equipment during the character building session, but he is not going to be wearing anything too special. He may not even have light armor. I'm pretty sure these are just I mean, he might be wearing something under his robes. Because on one hand, I don't really want to give him like armor because he's just a guy. Totally innocent guy. But at the same time, he doesn't always like he does sometimes get into trouble. And he does travel by himself for the most part up until now. So just a guy. Yep. I'm gonna have to use that now in like his dialogue or something in the game. Well, I'm just a guy. Don't worry about me. I am harmless. But like, mechanically, it would be great if I could give him one armor bonus because that'll be +1 armor slot or defense slot. So perhaps he does wear some kind of like gambeson or something kind of padded underneath his robes. So this is gonna get covered up, but this would be the gambeson. And then over that, Go find some more Ren Fair attire. Alright, maybe not that one. Threat secured. Not that website, I guess. Let's see. And it would definitely have... You would definitely have a hood. Then probably put it here. But with like just like a simple rope. He's just a guy. He doesn't have anything fancy. He's just a normal priest guy. And I'm thinking this is part of his robes, but this thing here is just sort of like a over capelet thing. And then maybe like a secret little giveaway is that maybe his robes are a little shorter than what you normally see. But that is just so that he can get away more easily if he gets into trouble. And then he is wearing a good pair of travel boots. Which would probably also be a good giveaway. But they are usually, like, covered in dust and stuff. So people probably don't really notice that. Hello, Yaoi Wizard. Welcome in. You found a world slowly being consumed by shadows. Found a person with gills, but also feathers. Oh dear. Alright, so we have just a guy. He probably also has some pouches. That's where he keeps all the holy stuff. Probably also has some pockets sewn into his robes too. And then I did want to kind of sketch out his staff. Let's see, I need to move the lads over a little. Because Rowan is going to have a short sword and a buckler. But let's see, what's it? I'll have to check if I can stick the orb inside the censure or if I have to wait to get an orb. But the orb acts as a spell focus, and I'm thinking he may hide the orb inside of the censer, which he keeps on the end of a staff. But he doesn't use the staff in combat, so the Staff is not going to be the staff from the item table, which lets you also use it as a melee weapon. Because he's going to have a sensor hanging off of it. I think normally you just carry the sensors by their chains, but this one's going to be hanging on a chain from the end of a staff. Just because I liked the image of it in my head. Whoop. That's not what I wanted. Actually, let's... Should it just be a hook, or should it just curve? I think it's just gonna curve. Oop. It's gonna be made out of wood. And then that way it can kind of also double as a walking stick. Nah. Alright, cool. He has this little hanging sensor. Let me erase these ones. There we go. Oh, yeah. And he burns incense in here to use as another prop. But this is also where he hides his spell focus, which boosts his magic a little more. Whoa. And there we have it. He may also have a dagger too, because he can have a dagger as a secondary weapon. But that one he would keep hidden under his robes. Yep, just a stick with a sensor. Nothing special. You know, just waves the smell of the incense for some holy herb thing. I'm just gonna lower it a little. mean, he could probably clobber somebody with it too, but that would mean his staff would have to be a melee weapon. Oh, let's see. Dagger does 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Staff does 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Oh, so a staff would do more damage. Dagger may be thrown up to 5 squares. I don't know, I feel like he might be less likely to wave his staff and hit somebody with it. So I think I'll just stick with a dagger. Alright. Yep. But he's just a guy. Don't worry, don't worry. Here we are. I have sketched out Rowan Heavy Hoof, a moose-like arbor, and then Sylvis Coldbrook, a wood elf, half wood elf, half human. And yeah, that is where I will call it for today. Thanks, Cheeky. Yep, because we're coming in about 3 hours. It is almost 1 o'clock. I need to eat something for lunch. Don't even know what dinner is going to entail. Ugh, I love food, but man, it gets tiring sometimes to have to think of food and what to eat and whatnot. But yeah. Next stream, I don't have my schedule for next week yet. Probably won't until tomorrow. I do know that Nick and I are going to try to set up part 2 of our Traveler Hex creation, where we continue filling out the hex with some more interesting things to explore. And I think after that is when I would compile it into a PDF, and Nick is going to do what he is going to do. I believe he is going to do some kind of soundscape for it or something, but I'm not entirely sure what he has planned. But yeah, I look forward to that, I suppose. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Greatly appreciate it, as always. Just change songs while I... That was a bit of a mysterious mystery drone thing. Which I thought this was supposed to be... Oh. I wonder if something happened with this playlist. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming. Just as mesmerizing as Cheeky driving a tractor. But with fewer casualties. Agree. Okay. Yes, and happy birthday to Aiko. 16 years. How about that? He's getting up there. Has been a excellent roommate. Well, unless he's yelling at me while I'm trying to stream, but you know. We all have our flaws. Okay, I have picked a person to raid into. We're going to continue with the art. We're going to try someone new. This person is called Everlasting Art. They have a pretty cool looking ping tuber model, it looks like. Yep, ping tuber. This is an 18 plus stream, but all of y'all should be over 18 anyway. I don't want minors in my chat to begin with. But I also spy a little cat doodle on top with a trans flag, so I feel like we are gonna vibe. Also, they are drawing a character in a maid outfit, so I'm for that. So we're gonna go head over there. Let me get the raid message. There it is. Let me actually hit the raid button to make sure we can actually raid. Okay, yeah. Look forward towards the schedule. Soon it'll come out. Gonna chill for the rest of the weekend. I have a lot of stuff to work on. Thank you everybody for coming. Greatly appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a chill remainder of their weekend. Also, thanks again to Little Eclipse for the raid. Thank you, Seribot. And yeah, take care. Safe travels through the veil. Bye bye.